Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jasper. Welcome to Hilton. Today I'm going to talk about Hilton. When you think about traveling in luxury and style, Hilton is definitely the first name that comes to mind for many. During the century, Hilton Hotels has become one of the most preferred and respected brands in the industry as one of the largest and the fastest growing hotels in the world. So here's our table of contents today, and when you see the guy next to me, Conrad Hilton, known as the father of the hotel industry, made a name for himself not only from being a founder of Hilton Hotels, but also for his role as a pioneer and a leader in establishing the first international hotel chain that ever existed. So when I'm going to past performance, during the century, Hilton has been growing a lot in the hospitality industry. 18 brands, 190 countries, 6,478 properties, over 1 million rooms are showing the power of the cooperation. Furthermore, it is notable that 87% of total is franchise, which means franchising hotel brand is quite attractive for the investor and potential owners. On the other hand, it is interesting fact that there are only 1% of total Hilton owns, which is 61 hotels. So I prepared a chart by myself with the annual stock price of Hilton from 13 to 21 October. It is highlighted that Hilton has been a big beneficiary of steady economic growth over the past 8 years, but the growth cycle appears to be spurting at the two moments in 16 and 19. That could mean falling demand overall, and customers who are a little less likely to take a vacation or spending big on their hotel stay. I was curious about why there was a decrease of stock price in 2016, and I found that January in 2016 there was a lot of worrying among investors about the global economy. China's growth is clearly slowing, and the ramification of slowing growth is unknown, even a shallow one. The second, fluctuations about COVID pandemic, as everyone knows. And I found the correlation between stock price and revenues, and I couldn't make a comparison. The revenue and stock price are showing quite similar figures. To be detailed, 2016, the revenue decreased with 7.81% because of the world economic regression mentioned above. After regression, Hilton could make 23.65 gross of revenue, and the gross up was kept till 2019, which is good. And as everyone knows, again, due to COVID-19, the world economy has been in regression again. So it'll be expected to have a better result in 2021. When we go to the geographical part, so geographically, it is notable that the USA took the majority number of the Hilton brands in the world, around 78.87% of total Hilton. It's in Middle East and Africa. The hotels are really well distributed by the region, right? And comparison analysis with competitors. For the comparison part, Airbnb has been the greatest competitor in the hospitality industry, so that I mentioned lodging companies instead of hotel groups. So Marriott had a quite steady increase from 5.12 to $5.37 billion from 16 to 19. On the other hand, Hilton was top in 2016 with $7.21 billion, but after the world economic regression, it decreased a lot with huge numbers, but still they are getting better and better as time goes by. But for the case of Airbnb, it has been growing faster. From 2016, it was not really comparable to Marriott and Hilton, but as you can see in 2020, Airbnb is showing the highest number as $3.4 billion during COVID-19 pandemic. So, competitive analysis. To become a monster in the hospitality industry, there are always achievement and evolution to be the winner of the competitive market. For the case of Hilton, guest-centric innovation with digital keys, which can give customers new experience, and diversity, inclusion, and equity for employees for a better work environment was essential. To be detailed, Hilton was named the best company to work for the USA, Peru, Turkey, China, Argentina, and a lot of countries during 2020. And Hilton has around 40 billion market capitalization and is top 3 in the hospitality right now. That it indicates how much Hilton is worth according to the stock market and the power of the company's competitive market. And it's notable that there are 2 Hilton brands among top 5 biggest brand value rankings right now. So Porter's general strategy. I use the Porter's general strategies to explain the position of Hilton brands, and it will be connected with the Porter's 5 forces of competitive market position analysis, which I will talk about later. Among 18 brands of Hilton brands are well distributed with different purpose and function. So for the cost of leadership, it's talking about the budget hotels in general. And for the differentiation part, Luxor, World of Austria could be the luxury management. And for the cost-focused, cost-effective management in niche market, which is DoubleTree Hilton right now, which is business hotel. And for the differentiation focus with Home Suites, Home 2, Embassy Suites could be the special types of hotels which provide residence hotel service to get some specific niche market. So when we talk about the future, Okay, so ESG 2030 program in Hilton, it could be quite fresh for you. ESG is an abbreviation of environmental, social, and governance. Hilton recognized climate change to be a critical threat to the planet, the community, and the business. Hilton made their own goal called ESG 2030 program to commit to reduce carbon intensity, water reduction, and landfill waste reduction for the ecological aspect. Hilton is pursuing long-term value for the business and the world society with sustainability management. And huge pipeline for new Hiltons is really important for the future of Hilton. Hilton is growing dramatically with 709 projects in the pipeline after celebrating 100 years of hard working and success in 2019. Hilton is ready to take on the next century. When it says development market share and the current share, compared with the competitors, Hilton showed the highest rate which is 3.6 times the current share, and also room under construction of the global system is 18% total, which is huge for the market share, I think. So when we go to the Polaris 5 versus competitive position analysis, so trade of new entrants, I think it's a really good example with Hilton Honors, because membership program with discount rates, better service, digital check-in, and digital keys, membership points could be a cost advantage for the customers. And also, bargaining power of supplier is gonna be connected with the Hilton Supply Management, which called HSM difference, which provides personalized assistance at both properties and portfolio level, so that the relationship between the headquarters and the supply chain could keep the great relationship. And trade of substitute products or service. Hilton Clean Stay could be a next example of it. Hilton has developed a global program introducing a new standard of cleanliness and disinfection. Hilton Clean Stay with Lethal Protectio to ensure Hilton guests to enjoy an even cleaner and safer stay from check-in to check-out. It's really important right now nowadays regarding to COVID situation, as you can see. And for the bargain power of the buyers, I would say bargain and promotion is really important for the future of the Hilton and also rivalry among existing competitors. For this kind of stuff, for this kind of topic, I want to focus more on the new targeting for more customers, which is Africa and Middle East. So far, they're really geographically, Hilton shows a bit of weakness to the to Africa and Middle East part. So I would like to suggest to the Hilton that invest more on the Africa and Middle East to get more customers in the future. So I would like to say, Conrad Hilton said success seems to be connected with action. Successful men keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. That makes me understand why Hilton can keep their powerhouse for a century and the next century as well. I hope you got something to learn from my presentation today, and thank you for the listening.